Assalamu alaikum. This is Hasham and you are watching IMTV. Today we are going to discuss the beginning of a new era. Now, I just watched the interview given by the US Reserve Bank Chairman Powell. He said, since the US has taken such an act by kicking Russia out of the SWIFT system, no country will ever trust any organization system set up by US anymore. This means we could just kick out Russia from the UN too. The Russians are thankfully able to bypass the Visa card by using Chinese UnionPay, which has operations in 180 countries, soon in all Asia, apart from India, South Korea, perhaps even Japan too. Since Japan is in the newly formed Receipt Trade Organization, Australia and New Zealand are in such a trading group too. We'll have to come up with an alternative paying system. China is the biggest trade nation on earth with turnover of more than 6 trillion US dollars, almost 3 times that of the US trade volume. China will now encourage Asian countries to trade use of basket of Asian currencies bypassing US dollar. This will be the start of the US currency decline in the world trading system as a reserved currency. Joe Biden wouldn't have an iota of brain cell to fathom such a scenario. Of course, US and her other Western allies like Australia will suck up to Yanks till we have screwed ourselves in the end. Our world will end up in a very different scenario from what we are witnessing and experiencing today. You can say our world will end up in 2 economic and military sphere of influence. One led by China and one by US. The ultimate scenario one day is this: China will have the economy twice bigger than US. Since China has 1.4 billion people, as soon as her GDP per person reaches even $30,000 per person, even that final goal is completely accomplished. US hegemony has almost ended right now. US, which banned Venezuela oil import, is now scrambling to ask Venezuela to export oil to US. Even deaf and dumb and blind Yanks are asking Iran to export oil too. Europe will be the ultimate biggest loser in the end if the Western world keeps going down this destructive path. Since Europe comprises energy dependent countries for oil and gas, will Europe want to pay 2 to 3 times more for US liquefied petroleum gas? This newly elected chancellor has not a brain to figure this out, unlike the previous German chancellor Angela Merkel. She stood her ground against US objection to Russian gas pipeline. President has spoken to German chancellor and French president, warning them that they are going to be in a deep shit if the war in Ukraine does not work out amicably to all parties concerned. Surely we are going to be living in a totally different new world sooner rather than later. Thank you for watching IMTV. Allah Hafiz.
अगर आपने अभी तक हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो फौरन इस सब्सक्राइब के बटन पर क्लिक कर दें और साथ ही बने बेल आइकन पर भी क्लिक कर दें ताकि हमारे चैनल की तरफ से आने वाली तमाम लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स आप तक बर वक्त पहुंच सकें। बहुत शुक्रिया।